have this type of questions is very, very, very important. The differentiation. We know that the differentiation of a x to the power of n is a multiply by n, your coefficient times your power, and write x to the power of n minus 1. Subtract 1 from your power. By using this rule, we can find dy over dx for this function. We get, what is your power? 3. 3x to the power of, subtract 1, we get 2. 3x to the power of 2 minus, you can multiply this power by this coefficient. We get 2 times 6. 2 times 6 equals 12. X to the power of 1. Don't write 1. Okay, subtract 1 from your power. We get 2 minus 1 equals 1. Don't write 1. And we have a special case. Derivative of negative 15x is negative 15. Derivative of any coefficient of x equals this coefficient without x. If we have a constant like 7 as example, derivative of constant equals 0. Don't write this constant. Okay, now this is your first differentiation. Now let's go to this part, the curve with equation y equals x cubed minus 6x squared minus 15x has two stationary points. This word is very, very important, stationary or turning points or maximum or minimum. That means dy over dx equals 0. This is the first step. Dy over dx equals 0. Work out the coordinates of these two stationary points. But dy over dx equals 0. Now 3x squared minus 12x minus 15, this is dy over dx equals 0. Simplify this quadratic equation, divided by 3. We get x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. You can make two brackets like this by using factorization. You can solve this equation by using factorization. It's very easy. Quadratic equation. Two numbers. The multiplication of these numbers equals negative 5, and addition of these numbers equals negative 4. That means your numbers are negative 5 and positive 1. Now, either x minus 5 equals 0, that means x equals 5, or x plus 1 equals 0, that means x equals negative 1. These are x coordinates of the stationary points. Now substitute this value 5 in the original function. To find the value of y. Therefore, y1, this is x1, y1 equals x1 cube 5 to the power of 3. Okay, replace x and write 5. 5 to the power of 3 minus 6 multiplied by 5 squared minus 15 times 5. We know that this is 125 minus 25 times 6 equals 150 minus 15 times 5 equals 75. Now 125 minus 75 is equal to 50, positive 50. 50 minus 150, the answer is negative 100. Negative 100. This is the first point. X1 equals 5 and x1 equals 5 and y1 equals negative 100. Now substitute x2. This is x2. x2 equals negative 1. We get to y2 equals, substitute negative 1 in this equation, negative 1 to the power of 3 minus 6 multiplied by negative 1 squared minus 15 times negative 1. Negative 1 to the power of 3, negative times negative equals negative 1. Negative 1 squared equals positive 1. Positive 1 times negative 6. Negative 6 minus 6. Negative times negative equals positive. Positive 15. Now, this is negative 7. 15 minus 7 equals 8. This is the value of y2. y2 equals 8. That means the value of x is negative 1 and y is 8. This is the final answer. Sometimes we have the displacement and we need the velocity and acceleration. Also, we can do these steps, the differentiation. The velocity v, sometimes velocity v equals derivative of displacement s with respect to time t. Acceleration a is the derivative of the velocity with respect to time t. These are very, very important. Sometimes we have maximum and minimum point. The maximum point has upper value of y. This is the maximum point. And the minimum point with lower value of y. This is the minimum point. We can do it by using second derivative. Sometimes we can find the second derivative again. The second derivative of this function. Again, find the derivative of this function again. We get 6x minus 12. 6x minus 12. And derivative of constant equals 0. Okay, we get 6x minus 12. 6x minus 12. Substitute your first point, 5. 6 times 5 minus 12 equals positive 18. We get positive. In this case, if your second derivative or second differentiation is positive, that means your point is a minimum point. Minimum point. If your substitute negative 1, second point, minus 12. 6 times negative 1 minus 12 equals negative 18 minus, okay? If your second derivative is negative, that means your point is a maximum point. Okay, but in this example we have two stationary points. Don't determine the type of these points, maximum or minimum. Okay, this is the final answer. This is the final answer. Step 1, find the first derivative. Step 2, put this derivative equals 0. We get these solutions, these answers, or these roots, and substitute first root, we get y coordinate, and substitute second root, we get x coordinate, the second y coordinate. That means we have y coordinate of the, x coordinate of the first point is 5, and y coordinate is -100. X coordinate of the second point is -1, and y coordinate of the second point is 8, -1 and 8. These are your stationary points. Okay, dy over dx equals 0. This is very important idea of stationary point. Dy over dx equals 0. Okay, thank you very much.